Hey, what's going on today? Hope you're having a wonderful day as usual. Now, earlier today I did a video actually showcasing some Battlefield 4 gameplay, and now I want to, show you some Call of Duty Ghost gameplay on the Xbox One again. Both games were on the Xbox One, or are on the Xbox One. That's what I'm showcasing here. And so I hope you do enjoy it. So anyway, today is basically about if Call of Duty hired me. Now that's a generic term that I use because obviously Infinity Ward and Treyarch and Activision and all those kind of folks are involved in the making of a Call of Duty game. So, if Call of Duty hired me, now this is episode 2, this is about the maps. This is what it's going to focus on. In my opinion, the biggest downfall of this is basically the biggest downfall of Call of Duty Ghosts is its maps. Now there are other downfalls, but this is the biggest downfall of Call of Duty Ghosts. The maps. The maps in the game overall are way too large. It's way too large for any Call of Duty game to be played on. It's just not as much fun. And also, so the biggest problem, I guess, with the maps is probably their sheer size, but they're also very, they don't flow well. There's too many ways to get to a point. Too many people in this game, because of the maps, I think, they camp so hard, and there are a lot of head glitches, a lot of places for people to camp, and you'll see me in this game, which I do get a chem strike in, which is my first chem strike. You'll do see me, I do camp for it, and that's, in this game it's been so difficult for me to get one that this is kind of what I had to, I guess, go to, and it wasn't really difficult, I guess, too much in this game, but to get the chem strike, but in the lobby was right. That if the lobby is right, then things can happen. But anyway, back to what the maps are. They're really there's a big issue with them. They simply do not play well for this game. Now, if you remember Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 3, we didn't really have a lot of big maps, and a lot of the maps were really good. I mean, I can still remember a lot of maps from, say, Modern Warfare 3, even Modern Warfare 2, which probably, arguably had some of the best maps of Call of Duty of all time. For example, Favela, Scrapyard, High Rise, those are all extremely good maps. And there are some good maps in Call of Duty Ghosts. The problem is it comes with, I guess, 15 maps if you include free for all, and to be honest with you, there are probably only 3 or 4 good maps. 3 or 4. I mean, you got Warhawk, Strike Zone, Tremor, and not much else. I can't really think of any others off the top of my head that are actually decent. Like this one that I'm playing on is called Whiteout. It's absolutely horrible. It's just a terrible map. It doesn't. I don't understand it. I don't know why they put maps like this in the game. It's horrible, and it's a ground war map. So this is a 9 versus 9. It's just not good. It really is not good at all. For example, it's just way too large, and it doesn't flow right. It doesn't have those intangibles that a good map has. For example, take for instance the map Favela. It's a great map. It has a flow to it. It doesn't have a billion. It's kind of got like 3 lanes, if you will. And this map, while having lanes, it's just got too much crap. It's just so they tried too hard, in my opinion. They tried too hard to add so much crap to the map that they just made it crap in the process. And I don't understand the fact that we had all this hype about Ghosts and whatnot, and I'm not saying it's a crap game, but don't they have people testing it? Don't they have, you know, for example, professional players? Because professional players and others seem to be on the same page as I am right now with the views of the maps, and you can tell. Oh, by the way, another map, a good map is Sovereign. So that's 4 maps that I listed. Or, you know, Sovereign, Warhawk,
Oh my god.
Strike Zone, and damn it, there's another one. I forgot. But anyway, there really aren't that many good maps, and if they just implemented kind of the same viewpoint, I mean, if they just had people testing the maps, this is what I'm trying to get at. Like, if Call of Duty hired me, I would have had people testing the maps, reliable people, in my opinion, whose opinion I value. I would have them testing the maps months out from release, and we would have more maps in development, and we would have more of the older maps coming out, not as downloadable content that you have to pay for, but coming out on the disc, because people want good maps. People want to see maps that they're familiar with. Just because you had a good map in Modern Warfare 2 doesn't mean you have to never recreate it. For example, Terminal is another good map for Modern Warfare 2, which they did release on Modern Warfare 3. But they took way too long to do it. They did it in an expansion pack that they did for free, or a download that you got for free, which was rare for Call of Duty. But they did it way past the launch date, and you know, almost too late for anybody to really care about it. So yeah, I would have a test panel that we would be doing. I'd select many people, not just people that I trust. Well, actually, it'd probably be only people that whose opinion I value, because the people that must be testing this game obviously are bad at the game and don't understand that, you know, oh, they probably think that this map is something that is viable and that people would actually enjoy playing this map. You know, it boggles my mind that there are just so many shitty maps in this game. And it really hurts, because in Ground War, I'm forced to play, for the most part, Team Deathmatch, which I don't understand why the vast majority of people on here seem to be wanting to play Team Deathmatch. I honestly don't know. Not only that, but the maps. Like, I always get these horrible maps. I'll get Whiteout, I'll get Siege, which is another shit map. It just does not flow well at all. Or all these other crappy, really large maps that are just terrible, and they're really bringing Call of Duty down as a franchise when you make maps that are this boring to play, this boring to watch, and it frustrates me, because the gameplays are like incredibly frustrating to get. Like, this one was a rarity that I was actually able to do well enough to get a KEM on a map like this, because it's just there's just so much crap. You wouldn't think, you know, because they eliminated death streaks, they got rid of some other things that maybe seemed crap, like, you know, there's no ACR, I guess, that people would complain about. But they just have kind of failed to hit their mark, which I really thought they were going to hit with this game, you know. I mean, and you got to take into account, you die so quickly in this game, and literally anybody can get you with pretty much any weapon. So it makes things very difficult when you combine that difficult aspect of the game with the frustrating maps that are in it, and the fact that, I mean, if you play Ground War, which is what I really like to play, that you're going to be given shit maps over and over again to play on. You know, it makes for an extremely frustrating experience, which is why, you know, that's something that Battlefield has, in my opinion, over Call of Duty right now. And I think the next Call of Duty that comes out, which will come out next November, that's something that it desperately needs to improve on. And I think Treyarch definitely had it better with the maps. For Black Ops 2, the maps are a hell of a lot better than Call of Duty Ghosts, and that's something that I just don't understand, why we have to take steps back as, you know, a community, because we switch developers, and, you know, this developer has a different idea and obviously can't see that these maps are horrible, you know, because I personally don't think Treyarch would put in maps like this Treyarch puts out a lot better maps. And not overall. I mean, Infinity Ward has had some great maps in the past because I've listed them. But this is kind of inexcusable. There's no excuse for having maps like this. So again, if Call of Duty hired me, I would have had people that I trust testing the maps months out from release to hone in, and we would also have maps that were done in the past that are the good maps, such as Favela, High Rise, etc., that people really desperately want to play. So anyway, guys, that's all I have for you today, but I will see you guys very soon. Peace.